Well, first, I'm happy that people are talking about jobs, and I'm happy we're talking about tax incentive. We're talking about rebates and helping business. What I'm concerned about, it's now being done on a piecemeal basis. We have a budget coming up. We're going to have a budget hearing soon. It all has to be part of an overall budget plan. It would be like your family going out and spending money, and then after you got home, figuring out how much you spent. It helps the economy, but unfortunately, if you don't have the money, it's outside your budget. So we can't do random acts of kindness to business without an organized plan. I think that's what the governor wants to see done. I'm a big red tape cutter. The problem with government today, it's grown into a monster that needs more than just some cutting. It needs you almost need everyday severe surgery. So I'm absolutely in favor of any of those red tape cutting bills as long as it doesn't cost us anything.
Last week, Senate Majority Leader Barbara Bono was asked, can we afford these bills? And she said, we can't afford not to do these bills. But if that price tag is upwards of $1 billion, where are we going to find that money?
Well, first, I'm really pleased that the Democrats are coming to the table on pro-business legislation. But we have to know the cost. You know, when you're governing, when you're in charge, and now you have Governor Christie in charge, he's not going to do random acts, and you saw that with the tunnel. He's going to want to know what it costs. So therefore to say, well, it costs, to not to do it is costly. That's an interesting political rhetoric, but it's not a budget.
One of the ones, or bunch, include cutting the red tape. Let's talk about that. There's clearly too much bureaucracy, and cutting red tape is going to help businesses. And if businesses are helped, I assume that means maybe creating some jobs. So give me your thoughts on that overall.
Some of the problems I had a small business roundtable discussion group about 1.5 years, 2 years ago, and we asked them, business in general, what are the problems that you're experiencing here in New Jersey, and what do we need to fix? Wholeheartedly, when it came to construction, whether it's commercial, industrial development, strip malls, any kind of small office, whatever the building that needed to go on, was the red tape. It was having to wait a year to 1.5 years for the Department of Environmental Protection or the Department of Transportation to ascertain a permit. These were costs that cannot be picked up randomly. I mean, the troubles that businesses are having, just the waiting period, figuring out where to go. How do I start the process out? Whether it's a small business, in New Jersey, small business doesn't go to another area, they go out of business. So what do we need to do to fix, so to keep and maintain small business here in New Jersey, the small mom and pops, was access to information, understanding what programs or grants that are out there, streamlining, making things simple for small business, making it more user-friendly here in New Jersey to maintain and keep business growth here in the state.
And Republicans, the governor included, have been complaining that there's too high a price tag when you put the aggregate, all of the bills together, that the state can't afford it. What are your thoughts on that?
The state of New Jersey cannot help but to do this. This is the step that we have to take. I mean, as we make our strong cuts to ensure, to the taxpayers in the state of New Jersey that we're able to, maintain people here living and business in the state, we have to look forward, okay? We can't allow other states to attract these corporations or businesses to their states. Having a tax credit isn't costing anything right now, because if they're not utilizing it, there's nothing to give. So looking to create jobs, because as we look at the 10% unemployment here in the state of New Jersey and the 40% in the blue-collar construction division of our state of New Jersey, people aren't spending money when they're on unemployment. They're concerned and they're afraid. As they get a job, a stable job, that's when they look to reinvestment in their house or the consumer's index and to help things out, and that's what I believe would be the way to go in New Jersey.
And there's also the matter of state income taxes. If you're working, you're paying.
Correct, and I believe that wholeheartedly. I mean, we're in between New York and Philadelphia. We have the infrastructure that is there. We have the energy capacity. We're working to ensure that stability of our transportation trust fund to make sure that we're not on a standstill or dead stop on the New Jersey Turnpike on a Sunday afternoon. As our infrastructure is increased and our investment in our infrastructure increased and our energy needs, and we have incentives and credits, tax credits to allow business to come to New Jersey, we're going to create jobs, because people are going to stay here in New Jersey. They're going to want to invest in their education. They're going to want to make sure that their children are properly educated, and it's going to flourish from that point.